I must say, I'm impressed.
Hello, hello, hello! I am Katsasaki Usagi, and I am here with more Pillars of Eternity. Um, I ran back to my keep really quick because the robot's quest is all done, and I would like her out of my party. Um, Also, there's people at my keep that want my attention. But you're the one who's here, so I figured I would just deal with that. You call your allies and prepare to hear the petition. It lowers the if you don't like see to the needs of people that are there, it lowers your something or other, and I just don't feel like dealing with that. I have been tasked with meeting representatives from the Fisher Cane tribe near Thyan Bog. It is my hope to come to peaceful terms. Unfortunately, I haven't had much practice with the Galthethian language, and the Fisher Cane are by nature very reclusive. I fear that the circumstances are ripe for misunderstanding. You yourself, I hear, have had some dealings with Galthethians. I would welcome your assistance or advice you may offer. I can have someone escort you. Oh, with whom will I be traveling? Uh, Hevarius is Galvathian. His knowledge of the region should be helpful. Thank you, my lady. And what do you want? I am Gedia. I'm a researcher in the field of animancy. I could use some assistance if you're willing to hear me out. Uh, I'm looking into the bioeca problem, that is, forces that can unhouse souls from their vessels. I'm trying to develop some kind of defense to protect people against these forces. The trouble is, investigating with unhouses souls in the first place requires, well, souls. I haven't been able to arrange any test subjects. I need your help. We've lost so many people to these bioecs already. Imagine if we could prevent such things from ever happening again. Oh shit, I'd like a moment to discuss this with my people. Devil, I would like you to head back with Gedia. Once you're at the kill her and destroy her research. Fuck it. I can't have Aleph go on an adventure, but I am getting rid of Devil. The Devil of Kark will accompany you. I'm sure she can help you find some test subjects. Excellent. With your help, I'm sure we'll be on the right track to develop a cure in no time. Thank you so much for this. Well, that was a choice I made. We are starting off strong. Murder right off the bat. It do be like that sometimes.
I must
Okay.
say, I'm impressed.
Thank you. I know. My house is beautiful. I think I will bring a deer back because I am missing that boy as a tank. Come back, my boy, my lad, my beautiful son. You are on my shit list. You never had a quest. I feel like I've missed it. I'm not sad by that, but I am confused. Yes. A deer can come back with us. I also need to equip a deer and probably level him up. It's probably best we didn't have a deer in the Twin Elms. He was probably only going to say something racist. Ugh. I just left my keep. This man is a lot of money. You look so fancy, dear. Oh, it has been a while for you, huh? More survival points, I think. Who has all this? Zola, why do you have so much good shit on you? You have a gun. $12.17. Damn, I don't know if we're gonna get better than 18.26. Just kidding. You can. Damn it. I hate that this thing is bound to me. 13.19. This is a way better shield, though. 18.19. 18.27. No, your mace is way better. Okay. Well, that solves that problem. We need heavy armor. What's the heaviest, wildest armor we have? No, you're just wearing good shit, Adir. Coup de grace. Back at it again. No, not you. Get out of here. Where's this go? Oh, I guess you just can't wear this. Alright, we're good here. I've made my boy strong. Should have bought more campfires, but it is what it is. There's like these crazy achievements in the game that I can't imagine doing in 1,000 years. And one of them is no companions. You play this game and fight all these monsters as you are, by yourself. Also, not taking any rests is an achievement. And, yeah. There's the no companion achievement, the no rest achievement, and the no death achievement. The no companion one is absolutely bananas to me. I was looking at them because I like looking at achievements. But yeah, the no companion one. You have to be exceptionally good at this game, I think. That is not me. You would also, so I don't use a lot of the resources of this game because I am bad, but there's like traps and potions and all sorts of like wild stuff that I don't use. So that's all I can do to make my characters do what I need them to do. Hell yeah. So I imagine you would put all that to good use, but like still, no companions. I don't even know what class would be best suited for the no companions. Probably paladin, because you could heal yourself. Too much for me.
that. That's settled.
Hell yeah. That man punched that dragon into pieces.
That's not very helpful.
Oh boy. Ooh.
Spot on.
What? Let's burn this away.
Finish them. Spot on.
My game is loud, but that's because
Yes.
my volume is up unreasonably high for reasons I cannot fathom or understand. Let's burn them away. Oh my goodness. Where does one even begin?
I can do that.
Can you?
That's settled.
Where are you all going? And why? Where are you all going? Alright, first, because the deer's back, we need to fix this shit. There we go. Much better.
That's not very helpful.
There's probably more of those. So let's tread carefully. Oh, I wanted to read that note. Shoot. Oh, what's that? Don't tell me.
Oh.
I clicked loot too fast because I am a little gremlin. The cannons are cold as ice and branded by angular patterns and prayers to Abaddon.
Now this I haven't seen before.
A lever.
A simple test. I can do that. I can do.
You can't. You cannot do that.
Try not to breathe.
Trap?
Step lightly.
We're gonna wait on that exciting news.
That's
Finish them.
that's not very helpful.
Certainly. Oh.
Oh.
Zawa is ready. I will.
Yes.
Hmm. Couldn't go through there. That's crazy poisonous. Well, we're gonna go over here first.
That's it. That's
Here we go. Artillery lift notice. The artillery lift will be closed until further notice. The cogs are rusting and any failure in the mechanism could be catastrophic. Potion Master Andrin is looking into patenting the cogs to make them weatherproof. Why couldn't I say that word? It was just getting me all tongue-tied.
Finish them!
On the treatment of preservation of cannons. This page seems to be from some larger text. We now have a treatment to prevent our prized cannons from rusting outside. Potion Master Andrin developed a solution that seals the metal, protecting it from the cold air. We've transformed the old armory into a patination chamber where we can heat the solution into a gas. As the gas diffuses the chamber, it will build up a hard coating on the cannons. After a few weeks, the cannons will be ready for the elements. However, we must be careful around the solution. One of Idrin's assistants scalded her throat just from breathing too close to the stuff. The rest of the manuscript has fallen apart over time. Well, that explains what that room is. Ooh. Oh, we don't want to put that stuff in this book. I understand what's happening here.
Oh.
I actually need to look into Alof's actual spell book. Because I think I can give him other spells from other spell books that he doesn't have. I just haven't been doing that. Because all I have needed and will ever need is tentacles. So. I see. I don't want to go into the poison gas chamber, so I'm not gonna.
I did not know it was possible for a lift to have suffered. But here we are.
The chain is so rusted it barely moves. The gearbox looks strangely empty, like it's missing a cog. Upon closer inspection, you see a thin layer of yellow slime coating the gearbox. This slot looks like it's missing a lever. With a little maneuvering, it clicks into place. Your new lever protrudes from the slot. This is not going to work out. So I do actually have to go into the poison gas chamber, I presume, and just deal with that. Okay.
My veins poison me.
My blood burns.
In poison.
Oh, I see.
I feel off.
Yeah, we're dying. That is
Just
happening.
tasted breakfast.
Woo! So that's not how you deal with that. Ugh.
Spot on.
That's not very.
Oh. Let us end this. Yeah. Finish them.
Why could he open the door now?
Certainly.
Did I find a key? Who knows? I don't know anything. I just brute force my way through life.
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Let us end this. Hmm.
Something over there.
Certainly.
Yellow gelatinous residue lines the bottom of the broken tube.
I can do that. That's settled.
You peer through the hole and see a wide, sturdy parapet running along the wall. Several feet along the wall, you also see a broad crack. It appears to lead to another room. I want to send someone down the ledge. Who will go? A deer. Always. A deer sidles across the ledge. A deer reaches the crack in the wall. A noxious, eye-watering vapor seeps from within. A deer pounds on the wall. It's taxing work, and by the time the wall starts to give, a deer's shoulders flare with pain. The ancient masonry clumps away, and a stinging vapor rushes through the breach. A deer holds breath and clings to the wall as the rest of the gas escapes. The party continues into the newly cleared room. Golly! Golly gee! You don't say! Man, if I had found those gears, though, if I had managed to do that...
Hi?
Gee willikers.
Yes.
Oh.
You pour the contents of the vial onto the chain. The solvent hisses as it dribbles down, melting the rust with a thick, slick brown puddle. The heavy chain squeaks with movement. The gearbox looks strangely empty, like it's missing a cog. Upon closer inspection, you see a thin layer of yellow slime. You slot the new cog into place. The mechanism looks ready to run now. Alright, before we do any of that, we need to rest, because we walked through a lot of poison for absolutely no reason. The lift at last shudders into motion, lifting you towards the clouds. The lift makes slow, jouncing progress. It lurches every few feet, the rusted chains groaning like the dead. It comes to a trembling stop, and the entire platform swings precariously. A sharp metallic odor emanates from one of the winches. You hear screeching. At first you think it's coming from the winch, but then you realize it's coming from above. An enormous skulldruk swoops from the shadows. You feel the air from its passage as it whooshes past you, but before you can catch more than a glimpse, it's circling back, searching for you with ear-splitting shrieks. Rustling wings and a heavy musk alert you to the presence of more of the beasts. As they close, the platform continues to sway and bounce. Send someone to fix the winch. I'm gonna make a stand at the center of the platform. The largest skulldruk drives into the middle of the lift. It screeches, turn to hisses as it spews sizzling acid across the platform. It scalds you. Your own screams ring in your ears as you smell burning flesh. The smaller skulldruks sip fast in tighter and tighter circles as they close. Meanwhile, the largest of the bunch is wheeling back, preparing for another attack. Alright. I still want to hold my ground in the center. I don't know. The skulldruk plunges you towards the center again, spraying it with its acid. You howl in pain as it slashes you. The beast glides away and disappears into the shadows overhead. However, the smaller skulldruk land on the platform and advance towards you. Are we fighting? We fighting. Oh, cool. This is actually quite neat. Da, 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 da. Dun, dun, dun.
How may I help?
Oh, I got the tentacles out. That's all that matters, baby.
Of course.
Finish them! Let us end this!
No talk, only murder. I feel like that could have gone better,
Certainly.
but I know it could have gone worse.
Long way down.
Are you scared of heights, Ella?
Will do.
Through the gap, you see winding stairs and a dull glint of more cannons. Ah. No, not Aloth first! Aloth, you maniac.
Spot on.
Damn, my monk is like fucking things up over here. What an axe for a hero.
Certainly.
Oh, that tax to my limit.
Well, Aloth, don't do that. Do you guys want to kill the dragon, or are we just gonna watch Aloth eat shit? They were all just like, yep. He sure is being shot by that baby dragon. The cannon is frozen and immobile. Wait, don't touch
Certainly.
anything. Engravings depict the Parugan's journey to the White Marsh. You turn the wheel and a gust of steam blasts you in the face. You stagger back and fall spiraling towards smoke and flame. You find solid ground beneath your feet, even as the air around you is a haze of smoke and heat shimmer. Coughing, you bat acid fumes away from your face. As you acclimate to the soot-choked air, you see flames leaping in the distance. Each flare bathes you with warmth, and even as you struggle to pick out the details of this place, something about it seems familiar. You can see a little through the thick smoke, but the dancing flames illuminate a dragon's head cast in stone. It's the White Forge. As you start toward it, something massive comes crashing down in front of you. You leap back at the sound of metal slamming into metal and feel a deep tone ring through the thick air. Recovering your bearings, you find yourself looking at an enormous hand. It's dark and shiny with heat, but you see every bone, muscle, and tendon working in harmony beneath the bronze flesh. The hand's owner is hidden behind the clouds of smoke, but the hand itself is wrapped around a pole as thick and sturdy as a tree trunk. I want to follow the arm. You try to follow the arm to its owner, but the heat and smoke overwhelm you. You turn back. You continue onward to see what lies in the other end of the pole, and what's responsible for this clangorous music, just as the hand raises again. It swings back in perfect arc. A tower of metal smashes down ahead of you, raining sparks and glints of essence as deep as another deep ringing note sounds. You realize that you're looking at an enormous hammer. The head glows with heat and essence, though the purple luster fades as soul energy is sucked from the hammer and into the work under it. It's a block of black steel, as dark as the starless night, and shiny enough that you can see a reflection in it. It's a work of art itself, a study of simple yet perfect design. As the hammer rises once more, you dart forward to see what lies beneath it. A lone figure sprawls on the expanse of a lone figure sprawls on an expanse of steel as smooth and broad as a lake of ice. The figure itself is enormous, a mage Follick of twisted flesh and forged metal. Its arms end in two spiked clubs, and its head is a blunt, eyeless wedge. It opens its mouth and keens. The desperation in the noise reminds you of a newborn's fear and confusion. Air rushes at your back. You look up and see the hammer, its head once more glowing with essence, speeding towards you. You awaken to the sensation of warm tiles beneath your face. You're prone before the boiler, which drones on, pushing heat through the tower floor. But in the vapor that pulses from the boiler and pipes, you smell the fumes of the White Forge. I like
The
how...
dwarves chose the wrong god. There's nothing like Margren's heat to give an old cannon new life.
Fucking Durance. Shut up.
Yes.
I think I'm all done here. I would assume so. Listen, I wish I could be as horny for anything as Durance is for his god. Like, good lord. That man will not stop talking about the heat of Margaret.
So, if our watcher hadn't come along, you would have let those drunks carve you a new nose.
I was softening them up.
When trouble boils over, it's boots or blade, Aloth.
I was sure you'd consider booze an acceptable option.
That was incredible! Whole Forge spit flames when you did whatever you did. And the smoke! Ha! I saw it from here!
Hell yeah. I'm sorry our journey ends. I want you in my party.
And now to see about these cannons.
She rubs her hands together. She starts for the door, but then remembers something.
This is for you. Found it while we were cleaning out the battery.
I have a few questions for you, maybe? Oh no, we've already talked about
Headed
all
up
this.
the tower. Gonna make those cannons shine.
She skips towards the door. I actually don't have a drink, so I'm gonna go rectify that right now. And now I take my sippy. I totally forgot because I was super thirsty earlier, but I got super distracted because I got some new shrimpies in the tank and I wanted to be sure that all the shrimpies were doing okay. Because, God, I bought some a couple weeks ago from Petco and they did not make it, which was real sad. I will take a sippy again. And I think it was because... Okay. I take more sippies. So I got these shrimpies from... It was really sad. I got these shrimpies from Petco. And they're always out of shrimpies, so we got them the day that they, oops, appeared. But I think the transfer from the Petco tanks to my tank was too much for their little shrimpy lives. Also, I don't know what kind of shrimp Petco has on the regular, but they did not. They entered, I even acclimated them super good, but sometimes it's not enough. So I bought these shrimp from a much more recommended place, so hopefully. I know, I was very, very sad. Yeah, they were all keeling over within like an hour. It was very, very upsetting. So I got some shrimpies from a much more recommendable place. And they are doing much better, it looks like.
Finish them!
That's it.
Finish them!
Yeah, so they're little ghost shrimp. They're really cute. I'm hoping they'll clean my plants because I definitely need... Oh, thank you! Thank you for stopping by. We are going to do our best out here. I do need to rest. Everyone's kind of in rough shape. I will do a quick rest. So. Yeah, so. fishy life is hard. But everybody else in the tank is doing really good. I've got 4 panda koi fish. And they are absolutely so adorable. They have these little whiskers and they're so cute. I like really sat down while I was watching the shrimp get acclimated, and I was watching the cories swim around. And one cory is so much bigger than the others. I hadn't realized until like I really sat down and looked at them from a different angle. But I was like, why are you such a chunker? Are you eating everybody's food? But he's just a huge honking boy. And then I have 2 platies. They're red-tailed Dalmatian platies, and they have so much personality, and they have chosen assholery as their personality. They're so rude. They're actually being super disrespectful to the new shrimp. And they like chase each other around, and they are so hungry all of the time. And they stare at me. They're actually staring at me right now. Well, they stare at me while I stream, and because they see me, and they're like, food. So they'll watch me stream and wait till I'm done and follow me back and forth. They're red-tailed Dalmatian platies. That's far enough. What are you doing here? You lost? I mean to ask you the same thing. The Iron Flail is here under the command of Aldrich Cinemar, and you're trespassing. I have to speak with Adric. The commander's not receiving any more visitors. He looks over you, frowning. Did Stalwart send you? I came here of my own accord. You'll want to pick a side and soon. Anyhow, Eldrick wants nothing to do with more messages or diplomats. You're too late. But why are you here? Aldrich has said that there will be a great battle. We are to hold the pass and defend Red Terrace. He has seen this in a dream. He had a vision? Just what he has seen is his own concern. Aldrich leads us well. We don't question his orders. You asked me more than enough questions. Go on, get out of here. I won't warn you again.
Raid Sarens aren't much for subtlety.
I will go this way. Yeah, fish life is tough. I unfortunately don't have like a pet store that isn't Petco or PetSmart. Yes. And their fish are in questionable condition. So I ordered both my snails and now my shrimp from a couple of online places. And the snails were perfect. They actually gave me an extra snail. Yeah. We have another pet store, but it had such like terrible reviews that I didn't want to go anywhere near it. I think it's called Pets Land or something. And I read a review of a guy who couldn't like take care of his guinea pig anymore, probably because of apartment stuff. But he saw the treatment that the guinea pigs were in, and he was like, I took my guy right back out because he deserves better. And I was like, oh, guinea pigs. I don't know, so I know it was real sad. So I hope he ended up keeping his guinea pig. It was a review made my heart hurt. I was like, oh no, guinea pig. It was such a sweet review. Bear, did you want to come help us fight? Yeah, so.
Oh?
So I definitely don't want to buy any fish from them. And then I only have like PetSmart. Or or you pay like $40 for overnight shipping for like other fishies from other places. But the snails I got from this one place are so good. So I'm hoping the shrimp are going to be good too. I will buy a beta from like PetSmart just to save them from that sad tiny cup life. Though they break my heart. But I have to get the rest of the tank acclimated and, well, it's already acclimated, but set up and everybody living their best life. And then the beta can come. actually just gonna go. Alright, fair enough.
Finish them.
Oh no, my mage.
Do not.
Here's a lesson.
This man is firing like a laser beam at me.
Certainly.
Sorry, Alice. That was my bad. Oh, I was just talking about the video game. A heavy wooden gate bars entry to the fort. Armored figures skulk the periphery of the flanking towers bearing tall longbows. It would take considerable force to stage a normal frontal assault upon the fort. Oh, hell yes. Call down a cannon strike from Durgan's battery? Your signal given, you move away from your gates. From the direction of the battery comes a booming roar. Startled faces peer out from the fort towers. Suddenly, there is a deafening crash, and the fort gates erupt in a cloud of splinters and mud. Under the dust and chaos, you hear shouts as the fort's defenders scramble to action. And I just got 69-6 experience. Hell yes. Anyway,
Forward!
I bet you guys didn't like that, huh? And they're probably not overly pleased with how that all went down.
Spot on.
Wait, why did that happen? Why'd we leave me behind?
Yes?
Just like an adherent to go down fast.
Certainly.
Man, if I hadn't done that one quest first, I would not have gotten to do that. And that's an actual tragedy. Hot pitch rolls ominously within the deep cauldron. A letter home. My love, I have enclosed some coins from Stalwart, so you have proof that I arrived. You were right, I am colder than I have ever been, all the more so for being away from you. The Kith here are as cold as their land. They do not hate us as the Direwoodians do, but they are mistrustful and proud. The commander has sent for delegates to start negotiations. Perhaps by the time this letter reaches you, we will have moved into Durgan's battery. Stalwart has no soldiers, only a handful of guards. Ephraim says he went to look at the battery with some scouts and did not see anyone posted atop the tower. Without those cannons, they would be foolish to do anything but surrender. If not, we're sure to knock the fight out of them quickly. The commander says that once the battery is ours, our presence here alone may be enough to make invaders think twice. Who would face us in the might of the battery at our backs? I write too much of battle, but only to assure you that we are well. I miss you. The mountains are beautiful. I would hope you may see them for yourself once it's safe. Yoink. Those coins belong to me.
Oh?
Yes.
Yep.
Guys,
These
What are you gonna make, Beth?
I can do that. That's settled.
Ooh, fried rice.
You're not getting through me.
Spot on.
I love it when they blow up into meat jugs. Well. Ooh. I tease you a lot, but you always sound like you're making like the most delicious meal that this world has ever seen, and I'm very envious all of the time.
How may I help? Indeed.
Yes.
Aw, that's a good dream. I gotta stop that sorcerer. Actually, we gotta stop this man with the laser beam.
That's not very helpful.
Ah, same dream. Does that make us rivals?
Spot on.
I'm surprised that sentence itself hasn't been banned.
Spot on. Spot on.
Well, it's such a long way to fall the top, my dear Zaph. A few enterprising individuals have carved crude figures into the wooden logs of the latrine.
Certainly.
Hell yeah.
Hey, well, hey!
Spot on.
I'll never tell. Ah. True enough. The trebuchet is disassembled but intact.
Certainly.
That gun made a huge boom for being, I don't know, a rifle. I don't like.
Drive them back!
Can you?
Spot on. Let us end.
Okay, we need to rest or Aloth dies. And we don't want that. He's very important. Okay.
Certainly.
I could use another campfire, actually. These cots have been recently washed. The dirt and mud beneath them is flecked with darker stains. We're just about done here, it looks like. I would like to clear out the rest of the camp, personally. Oh, more campfires! Excellent. Now I have no worries. A peek under this tarp reveals barrels marked as powder stores. Take that. Oh, there's so many places to go. I think I'll do... Well, let's go through the... Oh, Aloth! Get over here.
Fall back! Defend the command!
That's not very helpful.
That's it! Don't even slow it down!
These ones are in for a walloping.
Ooh, that sounds very tasty.
I shall deal with...
We're in a bit of trouble, actually.
How may I help? I shall deal with this one.
Let's burn this away!
Hmm?
Alright, let's clear out the last of this. I don't know if there's going to be anybody else, but just in case, get this map all cleared up. Good stuff. Okay. Then we're gonna peek into that's the command post. Oh, I see. Command post we want to go to last. Oh, I see. So there really is only the command post left. Okay. Into the command post we go. I am going to do a quick camp just to be safe. So I think it's going to be buck wild in there. I've been fighting in this camp for like 3 days. Yeah, when you take into consideration all the rests.
Enough! I've had my fill of... What's this?
Hello?
What? Of course. Those cowards could never have taken the cannons on their own.
Oh, you sound spicy, man. You notice a grate at the commander's feet, set over what appears to be a pit. A smattering of anxious cries rises from the cell as the commander steps forward.
Was this just a distraction?
The commander glares down at the gate, face reddening.
A diversion while the rest of them went crawling to you for assistance?
I'd prefer to settle this peacefully, she said, lying.
Black-hearted trickster!
You set the battery on my gates, then feign regret?
What would you like? What sort of argument would you like me to settle?
You'll pay dearly for...
Edric's words die in his throat, his expression frozen mid-snarl. It isn't clear what's happened, not until you start to feel it too. Unbidden, your senses drift, as if you have reached out toward a source of essence. You feel an ache in your chest, an almost painful sensation of being pulled forward. Pokemons? I think so. Isn't it Pokemans? Pokemans? A sudden wave of memories flood your mind, clear as the day they formed. You see Elmra's campsite, savaged by a bywalk, the halls of Cadnua. You tread wet cobblestones beneath Copper Lane, seeking the leaden key. You climb winding steps to the top of the tower that parts the clouds. The images wash over you, tracing lives and emotions from 100 different times and places, not all your own. Slowly you become aware of the sensation of being watched. You direct your senses, tracing the invasion to its source, Adric. Conviction burns through him, bright as a brazier. For an instant you share in his emotion, and a sourceless desperation rattles about your skull. Absent context, the fragments of memory you see are just images. A small house across a field of vibrant purple flowers, a sea of armored kith and flapping banners waiting on your command. There's an uncomfortable moment where you feel your twinned awarenesses turning in on itself, and then the connection is severed. Adric looks startled, his face ashen. You're a watcher.
You sure he's not just a weirdo with an empty stare? I get those confused a lot.
Adir, now is not the time.
That's not...
Adric glances around the room, his face coloring.
That's not known to many. Not past these walls. Why have you come? Why now?
What did these people do to make you throw them in a pit?
Stalwart sent delegates to discuss terms of peace. I offered them the opportunity. I was generous.
Edric paces a few steps before he gets a hold of himself.
Stalwart sent soothsayers, not diplomats, to frighten us with stories of the moon going dark, the earth shaking.
I would speak to the people who have seen these wild visions to compare notes.
It's true, it's all true. The waves will swallow us all. A shrill voice suddenly rises up from the pit. Edric stomps down angrily on the bars, drowning her out. Perhaps you and I can talk now?
You're nothing more than a mercenary for a village of people unwilling to put their own lives on the line.
You don't think you overreacted a little?
Don't play the fool with me. These omens are meant to frighten me, to make me doubt my purpose here. But there is more at stake here than a village in the mountains. They dismiss my faith, call us superstitious. But what does Stalwart believe in? Iron and gold, and nothing else. I have tilled barren fields with my bare hands. What is gold to me?
He looks down at the grate of the cell, eyes flashing with sudden anger. What do you want with Stalwart anyway?
With a village of fishermen, nothing. But they cling fiercely to the forge you gave them.
Yeah, I gave it to them, not you.
Some of the men are here for gold and good steel, and I promised them their share. But I came for cannons. With the battery's cannons, we can hold the pass. Rayed Saris has suffered enough. Its sons and daughters have nothing.
He looks at Adir, jaw working.
We won't survive an attack from the Deerwood when it comes. Not unless we act. There is an army coming. I've seen it. Pouring down from the mountain. It will crush Stalwart and come for Rayed Saris.
Adric's gaze is distant.
The iron flail will be the wall that safeguards my homeland from the worst these fire worshippers can bring to bear.
Between the Duke's assassination and the Hollowborn crisis, Direward's a little preoccupied.
So I believed. Hoped, maybe. But that only means they're angry. They'll look for someone to blame, an enemy to fight.
Dirian mentioned you had a vision.
Let the fools at Stalwart mock me all they wish. I know what I saw. If they had seen the same, they'd understand. I warn you, if you think to taunt me, Watcher...
I had a vision too. In mine I saw Cadnua reduced to rubble by an army that shook the earth. Doubt creases Adric's brow. His men exchange looks, waiting tersely for orders.
Why would they turn on their own? No. trick me. This is all another distraction.
I remember thunder and 100 eyes gazing back at me. Any of that sound familiar?
The thunder followed me to the temple at Dawn's Reach, and the earth split beneath our feet.
I thought the iron flail might be the army in my vision. Perhaps we both made a mistake.
Why should I believe any of this? You would say anything at all to protect Stalwart.
What, you read my soul. What did that tell you?
That you're soft-hearted.
Yeah.
But it hasn't seemed to stop you. And that you have seen and done a great many things. Things I would not have otherwise believed.
We both know something's coming. Maybe 2 watchers can figure out how to stop it. For several moments there's nothing but silence in the cabin. Then you hear the scrape of metal as Adric takes up his sword, only to lay it flat across his palms.
I led my people here because I believed we were on the right path. I bound my soul to this blade as proof of my surety.
There is a ripple of soul energy in the air, there and gone. Adric looks pained.
The sword's no good to me now. It's yours, for as long as you can wield it.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll call in our forces from the mountains. Please, give me time to explain. You should speak with Stalwart's messengers. Perhaps you'll get some answers out of them.
Can I loot your house? Can I loot your house, though? Hell yeah.
Now this I haven't seen.
He did, though. Oh, thank you. I thought we'd never get out of here. Are you hurt? No, a little bruised, perhaps. The cold was the worst part. I don't know how you managed to talk that man down. He was practically foaming at the mouth. And now he and his men are still shulking around the mountains. I'm not sure letting him live was the best idea. The commander wasn't the problem. One of the delegates points an accusing finger at another, a woman standing apart from the rest. We might have come to terms if she hadn't goaded him, shouting him about omens and curses, demanding he leave the marsh. You know how superstitious the Red Sarens are. The commander went white as a sheet. She sabotaged the meeting. The woman in question is dressed in unassuming robes. She bears the accusation silently, her eyes closed as if in prayer. You put all of Stalwart at risk. Why? With desperate speed, the woman suddenly lunges sidelong towards a nearby rack and seizes a dagger lying there. She sets the blade to her own throat. All right. Unseen to all but yourself, the dying woman's soul essence coils in thin wisps about her body. It only goes brighter as her corpse stills. The remaining delegates stare in horror at her pooling blood. Minhead kneels by the dying woman and inspects her robes. He examines the crescent medallion hanging around the woman's neck. What just happened? Damn it, now we'll never get an answer out of her. You reach out and brace against the sudden flare of pain and fear, digging after less recent events. There is a copper taste in your mouth and pain like fire in your throat. Under the brute terror of death, you find a comforting thread of resolve, of satisfaction and duty fulfilled. You follow it. It leads you stumbling into another memory, as whole and vivid as the first. You walk the dark halls of an abbey, dimly lit and quiet, your footsteps loud. A blur, and you are standing in a dimly lit room, facing a robed Amara. You recognize him as Kayota, the High Abbot. He beckons you forward. I have no idea, and it wasn't there originally, so, like, there's some update that added this. You are in a wide, rounded chamber. The tiles beneath your feet are covered in strange, curling symbols. You recognize them as symbols of Andra, goddess of sea and memory. The memory blurs. When your sight is clear, you are standing in front of Kyoto, and he is smiling gently down at you.
Drive the raid Sarens from these mountains, and you may yet spare many lives.
Theos? That's Theos' voice. We needed more voice actors.
Will be here in a week's time. Should you be delayed in your travels, report to him as you would to me. He will enter the reliquary and call off the army of Iris in my stead.
So this is my problem with this game. Every time there's a villain, they use the same voice actor that is Theos, which is the current, like, the main story bad guy. So, and Theos can also take other people's bodies and possess them. So I never know if this is supposed to be Theos and they're foreshadowing or hinting at something, at all his involvement in all the tragedy in all the world, or they just didn't have more than 6 voice actors. It makes me absolutely crazy.
If you are caught, sister, you know what you must do. I will pray for your return, but we will take comfort in the knowledge that you have joined the rest of Andra's favored in her keeping.
The words jar you loose from the memory, flicking you back into the moment of the woman's death, and then into your own skin. But traces of her memory join yours. You know the path to the Abbey, to which she was to return, be buried in the mountains to the north. Is the name Eyeless familiar to anyone? The eyeless? They're a figure of speech for when you can't remember something. You say, must be the eyeless took it from me. Yes, but there's a story to it. They're supposed to do the bidding of the Lady of Lament. Andra points, and they come. Out of nowhere, wipe things from the face of the world. It's true. That's why whenever something up and goes missing or gets destroyed with no one there to see it, you're supposed to thank Andra that the eyeless didn't come for you, too. Do you know a Kyoto? Kyoto? Oh, yes, he came through town some time back, stopped by a temple in Stalwart. This was just after the town decided to rededicate it to Abaddon. He didn't seem too pleased about it. He was dressed like a priest. Maybe he took offense. He's an Amara, tall fellow, very polite, considering he's apparently the leader of some fanatical sect. I think it's clear we haven't been the best judges of character recently. Do any of you know what a Tidebringer is? Tidebringer? That's something they used to talk about at the Temple of Andra, I think. It's a person, a title, I mean. Tends to be used in the more devout circles. Do you know anything about an abbey to the north? I've heard something like that, an Andrite stronghold, not the kind of place that welcomes visitors. Mani's eyes widen. That sounds like the Abbey of the Fallen Moon. Is that where she came from? The delegate points to the dead woman. Apparently these Ondrites have an army too. What? Another one? Gods, it feels like everyone in Aoria is after the battery now. Why would these Ondrites want the Red Satans out? I doubt it's for Stalwart's benefit. Competition, maybe? I better go ask them. If you do mean to go to this abbey, be careful. There have been stories about traders wandering north and getting scared off or even killed by strange guards. That's the place, all right. They're a secretive bunch. I suppose you could always try and sneak in. I doubt you'll be welcome otherwise. It sounds like this Tidebreaker would be. Welcome, I mean. Maybe I convince him that I'm the one they've been waiting for. I hope so. Imagine the abbey is heavily A sudden deafening crash from outside makes the delegate jump. Startled, a rumbling like thunder follows. You hear further sounds of smashing timbers, panic screaming. Oh no, what's happening? I thought you took care of the soldiers. Stay put. I'll take care of it. Yes, we'll wait inside. Hold on.
Yes.
I have to loot! No, I'm totally good. Don't even worry about it. Did we get everything? Okay, now we can leave. I also have a new sword. I kept looking back at Sprightly's comment about how that man had a net loss. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, look at that man. Oh, I saw him in a vision. On the cannons. Oh, beans.
This is animancy, or something far fouler.
Feeling this?
Yeah. gonna need you to do a lot of magic.
What?
Lava.
Curses!
Yes. Zawa's enjoying himself.
Not even close!
Let's try something else.
That's not very helpful.
Damn it! Not even close!
Aye?
Not even slowing it down! Moe Ixi. Ana.
Not quite.
A gift if the Elevation doesn't wake up.
Shit.
Uh-huh.
Try something else.
What?
Let's try something else.
Okay.
What?
Let's try something.
Moe Ixi Ana.
Uh-huh.
What?
Larasande.
It'll...
Oh boy.
be good to rest.
Not even slowing it down.
Have to try something else.
Mowing. What?
I'll kick it, see if he's really down.
Shit.
Have to try something else. Have to try something else. Let us end this. Ugh, not quite. Let us end this.
That was so sad. The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiven. Should be able to just start that whole fight over again. We lost Aloth early, which was unfortunate. I also don't think when I summoned his tentacles they were doing anything. Actually, I was given a vision about these things, so I should have I should have known. Okay. I have this man charge ahead.
Perhaps they haven't seen us
Hey, Adir, do you remember when I told you to hit that guy?
yet.
Adir? Adir, do you remember the thing I told you to do?
Hi?
Adir? Hello?
Not.
Well, my priest, or my monk immediately is going to keel over because of this.
Zawa's enjoying.
Yeah, immediately. Good shit.
Have to try something.
Just like.
If we to go down, take them all with us.
Try something else.
Hey,
Ah,
Good
Yes.
God.
Finish them! Have to try something else.
I could not get a deer to move at the beginning of that, and I struggled so hard to... I wasted so much time trying to get him to do shit. Oh, goodbye, Zath. Take care. Oh, so fucking obnoxious. Let me try that again.
Not quite. Not quite.
Oh my God. At least there's no dialogue I have to run through. I just have to watch these monstrosities lumber over. I am not playing on a very hard difficulty. This game is exceptionally hard, and I am exceptionally bad at it. We're gonna do that again, and you're gonna do it better.
Perhaps they haven't seen us yet.
Yeah, deer won't go sometimes.
How may I help?
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
So the problem I'm having is my spellcasters want to get so close, and then they get slapped with a bunch of garbage. Also, Durance is constantly a problem anyway. There he goes.
Just like
I'm just gonna... I almost want to reload immediately. Yeah, this isn't gonna happen. I don't know. I don't quite know what to do, and I am definitely stuck in this combat. The only summons I don't have Kana with me, so I don't have like the dragons and stuff that he can summon up.
Perhaps they have...
That's what I've been doing, but I still need someone to tank the two. Like, someone needs to tank the second one. But yeah, I have everyone focusing on the one. But that doesn't seem to matter a whole bunch.
haven't seen us yet.
Hey,
I should try something else.
Okay, then Alice, you need to go away.
I feel.
Well, cleric's gone, so this will end as
Okay.
it has to.
Lavaru, be on.
Yes.
I? Lavaru. I? Ulu Sen.
you're not getting through me.
Yes.
Get your blood!
I should try something else.
Lavaru, be on seek!
Oh, Aloth, you need to cast so many spells.
Ulu Sen. Yes. Lavaru, be on seek!
Oh, I accidentally hit my own tentacles. It's fine. It's dead. We did it. Jesus. We talk a lot of shit about Aloth because he's kind of a dumbass, but my god, that boy's got magic in his bones. And if you can keep him alive, he'll do anything for you. As the last Magifolk falls, a tide of essence sweeps through the aether. It washes over you, and you find yourself in the memories of the eyeless. The hulking creatures surround you, their sinew-wrapped skeletons clinking and screeching in the semi-darkness. Their bodies fill the air with the tang of metal and the musk of sweat. Yeah, it was all Aloth MVP. The cavern in which you stand, it looks like a cavern anyway, glows with a dim ambient light. Steel flashes as the eyeless shift and stir. They stamp their feet and groan in rasping metallic voices. Their restless energy prickles at the back of your neck. And in the echoing rumble, you hear something familiar. It's the pounding noise from your dream, the harbinger of a terrible army. You begin to wonder how many eyeless are crowded around you. You suspect there must be scores of them, maybe more. It's difficult to tell how far back this chamber goes or where it is. Ahead you see a glint of light. It might be an exit. Already, however, the vision is starting to fade. Investigate the glint of light. You push past the lumbering eyeless and cling to the wilting shreds of the vision. The light up ahead is blinding after the dark of the cave. You rush toward it even as it fades into a pale blur. You can't see where you are, but you hear a cold wind whistling through the gap, and you feel a spray of moisture stinging your cheeks. The vision ends, returning you to the frozen and blood-churned mud of the fort. Yeah, how you like me now, bitch? Adric appears to have taken some blows. There is purpling bruise along his temple, and his armor is dented in several places. He looks rather dazed.
Those things, they came from all sides. The delegate... No, you were right. The visions are true.
Adric looks you over.
You fought well. And I'm glad to see you've come through in one piece, even if I regret the loss of my men.
I did obliterate this man's army.
I'll take what's left of our forces. Those that will follow me further up the mountain. We should be prepared when those monsters return.
We can defeat them if we work together.
I have seen already that there is little you can't accomplish.
First try. Adric bows his head and turns to the road. Man, you could have, like, killed this man. And I cannot...
You don't mess around when you make enemies, do you?
I have dreamed of many creatures strange as these, but never have I met one in this world.
I can't imagine what might have happened if I had killed that man and what awaits me if if that man is, like, we need him, but you would have just iced him. What's up?
I guess we should be flattered that someone sent those things after us. But I would have preferred a card.
She wipes the slick of gore from her neck, sniffs at her blood-streaked hand, and shrugs.
I'd heard rumors of the eyeless, but I always thought that name was a metaphor. Though I would have called them Mace Hands of Doom, if anyone had asked me.
I'm going to nod.
So this is the mysterious army you've been dreaming about, huh? It's a wonder you're getting any sleep.
That's why we're going to the Abbey, to stop them.
I'm regretting all of my decision-making up to this point. Still, I guess a suicidal plan is better than none.
I thought you'd be happy. You've been looking for the Abbey for a long time.
I know, it's just...
She grumbles with exasperation.
Well, knowing that I'm finally close to getting rid of this memory, it feels like it's crowding my head that much more.
She paces and locks her fingers into her hair.
It's been with me for decades. Driven me halfway across the known world.
She throws her hands up. And? She stops pacing and sighs.
It's time I told you what I did.
Very well.
It was a war. Centuries ago, before Adiran unification.
She folds her hands in front of herself.
I was a soldier then. Led a campaign across the northern forests to subdue some of the outlying Kulklan villages. Brutal work.
Go on.
Lost a third of my forces to the forest, and another third to the elven scouts hiding in it. By the time we reached the first village, we'd crushed their defenses, and they'd bled us.
She shakes her head.
Wasn't much more than children and the elderly left. But they spit on us when we marched into town.
A scowl twists her face and her eyes are cold.
The village elders surrendered and offered us lodging in the old meeting hall. And when the sun set, they tried to burn it down around us.
She closes her eyes.
They barely got a flame going, but that wasn't the point.
What was it?
In their defiance, I saw months more of pointless, bloody battle as we fought for the rest of the region. I had to break them. And I had to send a message to the rest of the villages.
Her hands shake as she raises them to cover her face.
So I nailed every last one of them to the trees around the town and left them there to die.
You've been a mercenary and a pirate in this life. Is that really so different?
I've done my share of fighting these 40-odd years. But I've never drawn my blade just to watch someone bleed. And I've never drawn it on someone who didn't have his own in hand.
You killed those villagers to prevent more fighting?
That's what I kept telling the troops.
She's quiet for a long time before she speaks again.
But if I'm honest, I was angry. I wanted to see pain. And I wanted to be the one holding a blade.
What happened then?
I never remembered more.
She shrugs.
Eventually, Adir and Kulklin united. The gentlefolk forgave each other for what they'd done to each other's people.
That wasn't you, Menha.
So I've tried to tell myself. Anyway, we should get going.
She shoulders her pack, and you catch a glimpse of something unusual in it. A thick roll of cloth bound by leather. What's that?
Something I've been saving for better days.
She tucks it away.
Oh?
Oh? Wait. Observing it from below, you notice that the watchtower at the side gate appears to be unmanned. You find no hostile faces peering over the fence either. I haven't. Final Fantasy XIV didn't have an Easter event, and if they did, but I don't know. I thought I saw something. I'll find out when I log on Saturday. But there hasn't been really any Easter stuff in the games that I've been playing. Observing it from below, you notice that the watchtower at the side gate appears to be unmanned. You find no hostile faces peering over the fence either. The roof of the tower crosses over the fort walls. Climbing it may provide a means to getting inside. You can make out voices past the gate, engaged in scattered conversation. In the bright light of day, the camp bustles with activity. A discreet individual could try and open the gate before the alarm is sounded, but it will be risky in broad daylight. The grappling hook strikes the wooden beam with a disquieting thud. No cries of alarm follow. A few tugs on the ropes, just as the hook holds fast. A deer. A deer grips the rope and begins to climb, climbing up and into the watchtower. Soon, a deer is maneuvering down on the other side of the wall inside the fort. From there, a deer has a glimpse of the bustling camp and of the guard posted some short distance away. As the deer drops to a crouch, the movement catches in the guard's direction, and then he turns and... This doesn't make any sense because we've cleared out this camp.
Oh?
We're... Oh, it's because I didn't go this way. Overwatch is having its archives event though. I have not managed to get any of those things either, but I actually don't know what I'm supposed to be doing from here. Quests. We have to go travel to the Abbey. How does one do that? It is my first playthrough, yes. Oh, well, it's right there. Oh, and thank you for the sippy. Yeah, so. I played a little bit once before and I got to Defiance Bay, but I didn't get too much faster. I feel like I'm doing terrible, but I'm making, like, progress, and that's the important thing is. I think one of my favorite things that I've done in this game so far, and I've already been through most of Chapter 3. I haven't completed any of the final stuff, but I talked to all the gods and stuff, and I thought that was actually really, really cool. Where you talk to each group of gods and find out how you're going to solve endgame stuff. Oh, it was fantastic. Or how they want you to solve endgame stuff. A dwarf clothed in but a few scraps of fur puffs up his bared chest with every drag from his pipe. Come a long way to get some air, have you? What are you doing here? Enjoying the fine weather just a bit longer. He smiles, letting a cloud of smoke and frosted breath escape through his teeth. My mistress had business with the Ornderites. We'll be off as soon as she's done at the Abbey. Meantime, I was told to stay put, and they don't want any outsiders meandering about. She already put some kind of hex on me, says I can't even remember any of this, but the copper's worth it. She says I'll wake up at home with a full coin purse. Opposite of most of my mornings, so that had a certain appeal. Yeah, it was good, the god stuff. Tell me about your mistress. Which one? He lets out a chuckle and slaps his chest. A reddening print blooms on his skin. Wish she were the fun kind. She's a gift bearer. Paid me well to guard her on the journey, though. I am looking to get inside. Are you now? He pulls the pipe away from his clenched teeth and points its long stem at the path ahead. Far as I know, straight this way. The middle path on the right, with the ruined ark. If they let you in, course. Ondrites are none too friendly, but to their own. Yeah, White Marsh has been really, really good. And you can see an uptick in quality with all the voice lines and whatnot. All the voiced voice lines. My mistress went through the archway, spoke to some guards there, and headed on. Oops. As if I'd stand here in plain view. If I had some grand design of sneaking into their blazing church. Whoopsie. Let's try that again. Ah, beans. Why are you helping me? He shrugs. You got a look about you. Looks like you need it. And maybe there's something I don't know about this place, like it's hiding something. My younger days, it'd be me going in there. Do you know of other ways to get into the Abbey? No, but it's an abbey, not a fortress. You can bet it's got holes, like any fat old monster. supply passages, escape routes. He shrugs as if it was a matter of course. I'd be lying if I said I'd never explored one uninvited when I was too young to know better. Helped myself to its relics. Let's just say if a certain war goddess has her way, I'll be living my next life, my next life as a dung-bell bug. Dat will meet again. Any luck, my mistress will return soon. Hope you find what you're looking for. This is the most.
Yes.
This is the chillest man in this entire game. I'm gonna go this way though.
Hard to imagine a whole sect living out here. But I guess that's the point.
I should not have peered over the edge.
Kana.
See no bottom.
I don't like lying. I was just looking for the way out. You are trespassing here. Oh, well, alright, fine.
Perhaps if you pray, the lady will allow you to forget.
Actually, they're attacking our mages. Well, I let that happen, Aloth. That was my bad. This man is powerful. What is he? He's just punching the shit out of everybody. These guys are quite beefy. I thought I was just gonna steamroll them, and I was proven insanely wrong. That little punchy boy
Zawa
was
is
not
ready.
joking. I'm
As you say.
gonna fuss with gear before next stream, but there's no sense in doing it right this second. Good God. What? What is this? It feels like a difficulty spike has gone out the window. You stand at the precipice of a fissure that has torn into the mountain upon which the abbey stands. Whistling winds call out from the depths of the crevice, mournful wails hinting at the great descent from the edge to the dark and lonely spaces below. Encased in centuries of rime, a gargantuan skeletal hand hangs awkwardly above the gap. Its fingers are splayed in a pained poise, ice preserving the circumstances of the victim's death long after the flesh rotted away. With only the ominous moaning of the crevice to disturb your thinking, you consider your options. Considering the span of the gap and the position of the skeletal hand, you believe a well-placed grappling hook would allow you to reach the other side. Though positioning the hook may be tricky, the winds are not so strong that they would endanger attempts to cross. With only the ominous moaning of the crevice to disturb your thinking... Oh, well, we're not going to do that right now. We have more paths to explore, and more monks to get punched by. I think if I keep doing survival, it doubles up, right? Survival can be... After the 6th rank, the previously earned bonuses become more powerful in the same order in which they received. So, 6, 7, 8. Well, you don't really... That's fine. Please don't bully a deer. He's only wearing what I've put him in. Thank you so much for the follow. Well, hold on.
Even our visit.
Oh gosh. You guys have got to stop that man before he punches the shit out of everybody.
Yes.
Aloth, no. Aloth, no. Right
How
there.
may I?
Just keep. Just throw. Just never stop. Never stop casting spells.
Damn it.
Oh, we didn't actually finish killing this man. Well, I'm gonna get punched to death.
Yes?
These monks are crazy.
Zawa is ready.
We have to rest because Endurance is gonna die. They're like actually frighteningly strong.
Hmm?
I know, I missed some loot. We will be back over there. Ooh. Oh, fuck. No, not two of them. Fucking hell. Ah, I don't know how to stop it.
Do not.
Finish them!
Hmm?
Certainly.
You two just stay there. Definitely, we're gonna need to look at gear before we actually proceed inside this place.
Yes?
Hmm?
Death take
Oh no. I think we'll die right here, actually. Which would be a huge shame. I just don't think we have enough damage.
death take
Cannot land a blow.
I know, it's bad. Where are you even?
Lead the way.
forth to battle!
Goodness gracious. Both streams are ending in extreme, unbelievable, massive failure. That is how it goes, though. I will get us back up to snuff about this area, and I will make sure everyone's geared appropriately, because that does seem to be an issue at present. God, those monks hit so hard. Didn't we die yesterday to the big ice dragon at the exact same time? So it goes. Thank you so much for being here. I will be back with more Pillars of Eternity on Tuesday at 6 p.m. EST. Um, uh, Tomorrow will be, I believe, Fall Guys, starting at 2 p.m. EST. I've never played Fall Guys before, and it probably won't be a super long stream like Fridays normally are, but it should still be fun. Hopefully, I won't be terrible at Fall Guys. I probably will be, but we'll see. We'll see. I actually don't know a whole lot about it. Um, I know. This game actually was like, you're too overleveled for this stuff, and I don't feel that's the case. Thank you, video game, for making me feel terrible. I hope you all have a lovely, lovely evening. I hope to see you soon. Oh, right. Everything else I usually say. If you're looking for more of me and what I do, you can find my YouTube, my Discord, and my Twitter all linked in my About page, along with everyone who has helped make this stream possible, from the people who make the cute emotes to the way my cute character looks. So yes, I hope you all have a lovely evening, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow. Goodbye!